All right, welcome everyone. So let's just jump right in, shall we? We're about to tackle one of the greatest puzzles out there, the English language. You know, it's full of all these twists and turns and, let's be honest, some pretty funny moments of confusion. Today, we're going to crack that code together.
I mean, have you ever heard a phrase like barking up the wrong tree and just stopped and thought, wait, where's the dog? What tree? That little moment of, huh? Well, that's our very first clue. It shows us that English isn't always as straightforward as it looks.
And does it ever feel like English has all these secret rules that were put there just to trip you up? If you've ever felt that way, I get it. You are so not alone. It's a super common feeling. But what if we started looking at these rules not as traps, but as little mysteries to be solved? It's time to put on our detective hats.
Okay, so this is where our investigation really begins. We're not just, learning a language. We're exploring this whole world of mysteries, where words wear disguises and phrases totally hide their real meanings. Let's check out our first piece of evidence.
Look at this. Just one tiny letter can flip the whole meaning on its head. You might be craving a warm bowl of chili, right? But you add one more L, and suddenly you're just talking about how cold it is outside. This is exactly the kind of linguistic puzzle we're here to solve. So, how do we actually solve these cases? We need a strategy, a plan. In this next section, we're going to open up the case files and break down all the different types of mysteries you're going to run into, from words that sound the same to phrases that have these wild secret histories.
Okay, first up, the case of the homophones. Think of these as the imposters of the English language. They sound exactly the same, but they live completely different lives. Take cereal and cereal. One's for breakfast, the other's for your favorite binge watch. See? Same sound, totally different world. The context is everything. Case closed.
Now check this out. For our next case, the clue isn't even in the spelling. It's all about the sound. Where you put the stress on a word can change it from a thing, a noun, to an action, a verb. For instance, listen to the difference. There's an increase in sales, and then we need to increase our sales. It's a really subtle but absolutely crucial clue.
And what about those phrases that seem to come out of nowhere? To burn the midnight oil. Sounds pretty strange today, doesn't it? But it's actually a clue from a time way before electricity. People literally had to burn oil in their lamps to see so they could work late. And boom, suddenly this weird old saying makes perfect sense.
So, let's pull it all together on our detective board here. We've got homophones, which sound alike but mean different things. Then we have contronyms. These are fascinating. Words like screen that can mean their own opposite. You can screen a movie to show it, or screen a call to hide it. And, of course, idioms, where the meaning isn't literal at all. Spotting these patterns is the key to becoming a master linguistic detective.
After going through all this evidence, one master clue just keeps popping up. There's one tool that can solve almost any case we come across, no matter how confusing it seems at first.
And here it is. That master key is context. Understanding the situation, the history, the words around the mystery word, that is the aha moment. It's the secret that unlocks the true meaning and solves the case pretty much every single time.
But hey, let's be real. Sometimes even the best detectives need a little help, right? Sometimes context isn't quite enough, and that's when you need a special gadget in your toolkit.
Well, every detective needs a cool high-tech gadget. And for our investigation into the English language, that gadget is finally here. It's a tool designed to cut right through the confusion and give you clear answers instantly.
So here's what it does. It's called the ESL Word Wiz tool, and it tackles the problem from 3 different angles. First, it gives you daily exposure with a confusing word of the day. Second, it helps you recognize those patterns by grouping words into clear categories. And third, and this is huge, it gives you explanations in your own native language. And using it is so simple. First, you just pick your language, and the whole site changes for you. Then you get your daily case, a new confusing word. You get to see the clues side by side on 2 cards, one in English, one on your language. You can even listen to the narration for both. It's really that easy. And this right here, this side-by-side view, this is the real game changer. You see a clear explanation in English, and right next to it, the exact same thing translated into your language. This makes sure nothing gets lost in translation. It just helps everything finally click into place. And we're not just talking about a couple of languages here. We're talking over 20.
from Spanish and Mandarin to Arabic and way beyond. It's a truly global tool for our global community of language detectives.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It means we can totally change the way we feel about learning English. We can finally move past that feeling of being overwhelmed and step into a feeling of real confidence and clarity.
Because that's what it's all about, right? Transforming that frustration into real, solid understanding. It's an approach that empowers you to turn every single confusing moment into a chance to learn and grow.
Look, the English language is this giant, evolving puzzle that's always changing, so the case is never really closed. Every strange word you hear is just another mystery waiting for you to solve it. So the only question left is, what English mystery will you solve next?